Exceptionally cold tonight, -2, but what a great crowd. Over 30 in tonight for a lovely Christmas meal provided by volunteers.
But it's not just the Christmas meal, is it? Think of all the things they've gone away with tonight.
Yep, we're overloaded with lovely gifts that have been donated from various schools, associations. Ladies just brought in 46 gift bags that we'll be taking down the night shelter on Sunday this week as well.
Oh, brilliant. What, is that the night shelter down the Baptist Road?
Yep, which Julie looks at doing every Sunday. They had 32 in there last Sunday, so we can give them another Christmas night on Sunday, as well as doing Christmas Eve that we're going to do next week.
Oh, I always get blown away when I come here by how much people volunteer and how much stuff that is bought and given to help all of these guys.
I think one of the things that we've been really successful on this year since we started is that we've got over 3,500 people in the support group. And when Zoe puts a call out for presents or whatever else, we always do it in plenty of time. So, for example, tonight, I think we've mostly had over two or 300 presents brought down to give out to guys. A girl was cooking all day with her 2 children today, cookies, and we've got 100 bags gift wrapped with cookies to give out this week.
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, I've been volunteering since July. What's the origins of One Love? Why did you start? Why did you think there was a need for One Love?
Most soup kitchens operate from a car park in Southend. Most of the founders volunteered at various soup kitchens, and we found it to be too regimental, too open to an extent you can't control what goes on. We were very fortunate due to Jason Speller having a contact on the building site that we got on in to here, and since then we've now been going 7 months. And it's been very successful, and we've been looking after between 40 and 60 people a night.
But why would Hollybrooks do this for us? What are they getting out of it?
Hollybrooks don't get anything out of it at all. The company have provided us with the facilities, and more importantly, they've spent a considerable sum of money. And I know how much money they spend on washing machines, dryers, fridges, microwaves. But it's a commitment that they want to give to the community in the same way as that when we did Southend Football Club last week, a lot of that was originated by Hollybrook.
If Hollybrook can be as generous as this, why can't other companies be as supportive? What stops other companies getting involved in initiatives like this?
I would think the biggest problem with any building site, because it is a building site, so at 5 o'clock the building site closes and we take over a building site on 2 nights of the week. But the biggest factor what makes stop other building sites doing it are local authority rules and regulations, and unfortunately we're right next door to the Civic Centre, and it's a very watchful eye on whatever they do and what we do.
Okay, that's very interesting. The other thing that's been very topical recently is opening up shops that are closed down or are currently empty. There was a big online campaign to get that moving. Where do we stand with that right now?
That's a really difficult question. Right, but guess what? No, I'm going to answer it because it's going to be in the past by the time this gets aired. On Tuesday, we are presenting that petition, which had over 5,000 signatures, and we are in the process of having discussions with local MPs, and I won't name them at this moment, and we look at as though we might do something nationally in the new year, because one of the issues we have got, it's very easy for the council to say it's not their problem. It is a problem on the high street. We go out on the high street 2 mornings and another night to see how many people are out there. We know how many people are in the night shelters every night. We know how many people are in Harp. And when you ask the council for how many homeless there are in this borough, I doubt very much whether you get a higher figure than 20, but you have to ask the council what their definition of homeless is. And it doesn't match my definition. So the absolute figure roughly will be around 250 people that are currently homeless. within this area. So we are looking at persuading, and I'm using that word very loosely, the local authority that they've got to be more supportive of the issue for premises such as British Home Stores, which, from my point of view, those premises have been empty for over a year. They are currently paying out for 2 security guards 7 days a week. So those security guards could still work there, and I could go in there with flasks and have a community cafe and get these guys off the street.
If Age Concern can take over what's currently the Havens building in Hamlet Court Road and turn it into an amazing centre for old people, why can't we do the same? Why can't we take over a building and turn that into a homeless centre where you can bring together all of the support services, as well as providing on a different level, maybe a safe place for people to sleep while they get the help and the support that they need, whether it's housing or just actually getting them off drink and drugs as well to support them.
Yeah, Age Concern have a massive backing. We're a non-profit organisation, charity, which means that every penny we get, we push back into feeding the guys, clothing them, with fresh underwear and all the things that we do. The problem that we have in taking over the premises is certain rulings and regulations imposed by the local authorities that we haven't got the money at this moment in time to maybe employ staff, which we would have to do. Age Concern, if you were to look at the Charity Commission accounts, would be most probably a lot of money going into their business. We don't have a lot of money coming into our business. Our accounts are very open, but more importantly, we will go for Charity Commission status in the new year, which will allow us to go for major ventures once we've got our registration number.
So given that we've only been up and running really for about 6 months and we're going for charity status, we don't want to run before we can walk, but what would be the next steps for One Love? How do we build on the success of the Mondays and Thursdays here?
It's from my point of view as the chairman and founder of One Love, is that the crucial part is the after support. We've got people that have come here tonight that we've actually housed and homed, and if it was done by another part of the local authority or support groups, which all do a marvellous job, but unfortunately because of their resources have been cut, our resources are there. So for example, we would give a phone, let them have a phone for a period of time, we would pay for that phone, we would make sure they have electricity, we would partially insist that they stay in contact with us. So for example, tonight we've most probably got 6 or 8 volunteers on site tonight that were homeless that come to help and support what we're doing now. So realistically, it's keeping that care and support going with them, because it's One Love, and I always add on to the One Love, One Family.
Absolutely. So just going back on that, to say we've got One Love, One Family, we've now got one family of 250 potential homeless. Is that a number that you feel is going to rise significantly in the next few months, or are we sort of on a plateau at the moment with numbers?
Crisis are releasing a report, I believe, this week or next week, where they're actually going to state figures that East Suffolk and Essex will have approximately 2,500 people put on the streets from Christmas Day.
This year?
Yeah.
So that means the work that we do here is only going to increase?
Yeah. I mean, tonight, the week before Christmas, we've had 6 people I've never seen before.
Yeah.
Whether they've come into Southend, I've got no idea. I haven't looked at the register yet. But these people are new onto the streets as of this week, and I guarantee you one of the major problems next week will be release of prisoners from Chelmsford before Christmas who don't have anything.
Yeah, no, it's sad.
And they will be on the streets.
Yeah, interestingly, I was chatting to one guy. He just came out of the shower and he was getting changed. His phone goes, and it's his mum on the phone. And he said, "Well, I speak to his mum to reassure him." of what we were doing and the support we were getting, and she was so overwhelmed. She said, hopefully the family will be able to get the money together to help him to get into accommodation.
Yep.
But it is important that the community comes together to help in so many different ways.
I mean, you're dead right. That is so important. I mean, we had one guy here tonight. We relocated him about 3 weeks ago with his family. Took a lot of effort to do that, but unfortunately, it's not worked out, and he's now back on the street.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can only try.
Well, we'll be back again on Monday
We
to
will
carry on
indeed.
our good work.
Thank you very much.